It's another Lady of the House kind of day, and today we are discussing the leading lady wardrobe. Welcome back, ladies. Today's video is part of a series that I am doing on the masterclass for the leading lady wardrobe. Now, every video that I'm going to be releasing in this series is not going to have the title of the masterclass for the leading lady wardrobe, but I wanted to share just some of the topics that I'm going to be discussing. So today's is really just about defining what the leading lady wardrobe is and a couple of specifics about it. I also wanted to cover the romance of living like a lady and then dressing daughters, as well as the ladies that led me. So these are just different subjects that I'm going to be covering that kind of have to do with this whole leading lady wardrobe. So first, let's just define what the leading lady wardrobe is. And this is by no means something that is going to be for everyone, but it's really a uniform of dresses. It's a dresses only wardrobe. It's not necessarily saying that you can't have a pair of jeans in case you're going to be going horseback riding or, whatever else you might need for certain activities, but the default is dresses. So when you open up your wardrobe, what you really see are just an array of dresses that you are going to be wearing day to day. And my whole idea behind this is that I'm not going to be saving those things that I love wearing every day, which were dresses. I'm not going to be saving that feeling I get when I put on a dress for some distant day in the future. I'm not going to save my best and my most beautiful items that I feel great in for some distant day. And I want to feel pretty every day. I want to feel lovely. I want to look like a lady and just really enjoy that aspect and that choice that I am able to make. So that is how the leading lady wardrobe came into being. But I do want to give credit for the name here because a couple of years ago, I asked my patrons, what would you call this wardrobe? I don't just want to call it an all dresses wardrobe. And when I would scour the internet for like the kind of wardrobe that really spoke to me, I would look up an all dresses wardrobe or, just something along those lines. And I really didn't find anything. But over the years, I have seen that, certain things like all dresses wardrobes have come up, or you can just plug that into whatever kind of wardrobe you're going to be using. But I still wanted something more specific. And so when I asked my patrons if they had any input, then I did get a response from my patron, Alicia Woodward. And she also has a blog called thesimpleswan.com. She is a lovely writer. She has a way with words. And as soon as I saw when she wrote that, to her, when she thinks about somebody just wearing a dress all of the time, she thinks of a leading lady in a film because oftentimes they are portrayed as that very feminine character, and without a single word, that is the energy that comes across when they put them in a dress. And so oftentimes you will see that within film, ladies are depicted in a dress. And it just made so much sense to me, and I loved just that phrase, the leading lady wardrobe. So over time, it started taking on an even deeper meaning to me. And so I will get into that, but just so that we are clear, it is an all dresses wardrobe. Now, I'm not saying that you can't look like a lady if you wear a skirt and a blouse, or even slacks or something like that. I'm not saying that at all. But this is more just geared towards defining this all dresses wardrobe. Now, what I desired was to feel comfortable, to feel pulled together, to just feel lovely every single day. And to, if a dress made me feel that way, why not wear them every day? Why save them for some special occasion? And that's something that I've never really understood. Now, when I was growing up, or just even as a young adult, I always loved dresses, but I just didn't find a lot of the dresses that suited me. Now, over time, I feel that certain styles that I really appreciated started coming back. The styles that were more midi in length, which I think is what makes a really big difference as far as if they're something that you're going to be able to wear every single day and feel comfortable. You want to be able to do your daily activities in them, right? So finding dresses that are the right length, that fit you properly, and of course that you feel really comfortable in, I think is very important. Stepping into using my best every single day began with deciding that I was going to get rid of all of the nightwear that I had, all of the loungewear that didn't make me feel my best. And this changed so much for me in my life and got me on that path of then finally going into an all dresses wardrobe. So if you are looking for a place to begin and just to start where you feel most comfortable, I would say start with your nightwear, because this is something that you don't really have to worry about what other people are thinking about it. And you can start to get comfortable with feeling feminine and using those feminine pieces that maybe over your life you haven't been, or maybe you set those aside because you felt like everybody else isn't dressing like that, right? But still, you know that it is a way that you love to dress. When you go shopping, you're always drawn to the dresses. You're always drawn to the beautiful nightwear. So start with nightwear. Get rid of all of those things that you don't feel wonderful in. And it will start to change just the way that you feel about yourself. It will start to change the way that you feel about the way that you even want to present yourself every day. Now, after I made this change, then I really started looking at my wardrobe as a whole. And I wanted just all the feminine things, right? I loved skirts and blouses and dresses. And so that is what I started filling my wardrobe with. I ended up getting rid of my jeans. I ended up getting rid of shorts because I didn't feel really comfortable in them. I always felt like, especially when making videos, that I did not have a really good look from certain angles in there. And when I wore those certain pieces, and that bothered me because, well, when you're editing your videos, you can edit certain things out. But it was the idea that, well, when I'm out day to day, people do see this. There is no way to edit that out. So how could these things that stand out to me that made me feel uncomfortable, how is it that I can fix that? And is it because of the style that I was wearing? What was it? And really it just became something that I spent too much time thinking about, and I needed to simplify things. And I still just wanted to have a very feminine look because I loved that. I just embraced that. And I wanted to also set that example for my own daughters as well. And I know what made me feel the best. So that is when I decided to even get rid of my skirts and my blouses, because the decision every single day to figure out an outfit just wasn't something that I wanted to take time in doing, and to feel as if, was I using all of my wardrobe? It was just overwhelming to me. So we wanted to simplify. So then I just decided, you know what? I'm going to sell all of these pieces, which, by the way, I sold pretty much everything on Poshmark, and Poshmark has been wonderful. No matter what season I was in, no matter what I was wearing at the time, Poshmark has always been wonderful in just selling and buying things and shaping my wardrobe in the way that I wanted it to be. And so with that, I do want to let you know that I do have some new dresses that I've uploaded to Poshmark. And one of the things that I have loved over the years is just being able to recycle my wardrobe. Now, not only was it to simplify my decisions when it came to what was I going to wear every day, but also the overall look of my wardrobe. There were just certain things that bothered me, having to figure out, okay, when you're putting your dresses in your wardrobe, but at the time I had the wardrobe that I have today, which is a lot smaller. I have a small area that I hang my clothes in, and just trying to figure out how to best organize this wardrobe that I had. And it's really always kind of bothered me to just figure out how to do that and how to make it look very nice. And like I looked forward to going in there to finding what it was that I was going to be wearing every day. And so finally, when I was just thinking, do I really want to get rid of my skirts? Do I really want to get rid of my blouses and my sweaters and, all of those things? Could I really do an all dresses wardrobe? That was another deciding factor for me, was just the overall organization and elegance of having all of the dresses hanging in a row without the complication of other items within there. That was very appealing to me. Speaking of the look of a wardrobe, I would love if you would please take a picture of your leading lady wardrobe if you have embraced this all dresses wardrobe, or even if you just have a section where you have your dresses organized. Please take a picture of that and send it to my email. I will have that linked in my description box below. And that way, at the end of this series, I am able to share your inspiration when it comes to your leading lady wardrobe. Now, over time, the leading lady wardrobe took on new meaning to me. It wasn't just about, having this look of and this feel of an old Hollywood actress in a film being the leading lady and her wearing a beautiful dress. It took on the meaning of actually leading ladies because, and by that I mean leading ladies in real life, those examples that we are setting for the ladies of the next generation, the ladies that are in our day-to-day lives. Because I think so many are so uncomfortable with this whole idea of wearing a dress every single day, yet the ladies that came before us had no problem doing this, so why do we make such a big deal about it, right? And it's just not the norm today that you see. What you see when you go out into the world is more of just a sea of yoga pants and blacks and grays and beiges and just very blasé, I would say, and definitely no form that is worthy of calling ladylike. And that's really what we're after here, is more of that beautiful, highlighting the beautiful feminine physique, really. And that's what a dress does so well, especially if you choose those dresses that are in not only fabrics that complement your body, but also just the overall shape and structure of a dress that highlights the feminine figure so well. Now, will any dress do? Of course not. We're talking about being leading ladies here. We're talking about, and not the kind from Hollywood, especially right now, right? We are talking about just that overall ladylikeness that is so rare today. So when we are talking about that any dress will not do, what I mean by that is that there are certain things to think about when you are going to be dressing yourself, and especially as a lady. So you are concerned with modesty. Ladies, women today just have a problem with blushing. They don't know how to blush anymore. And this is something that we would all do so well in learning, that natural shame that we have in exposing our body to the world is normal. It's natural, right? I mean, this is something way back in the beginning of time when Adam and Eve noticed that they were naked. Nobody else was around, okay? A leading lady is mindful about what it is that she's covering, because there are certain things that in this world of oversharing, she's not going to share with everyone, because she has respect for herself. She has respect for her husband. And not only that, she has respect for the other people that she comes in contact with. A leading lady has a grace about her. So this comes down to even the movement of the clothing that she's wearing, but also the way that she carries herself. There's harmony within her whole look. And that's because she knows her colors, the colors that best suit her. She's actually using color within her wardrobe. The patterns that complement her very well as the pattern of the dress. So, just the overall construction of the dress. This is in harmony with her body. And her overall confidence. Now, don't confuse this with being prideful, because that is definitely looked down upon. However, there is a certain confidence that comes when you are completely accepting of who you are and that lady that you are and that lady that you want to be. And not only that, but you are confident to the point that you are leading other ladies to be ladies as well. Now, last month in May, I did a Dress a Day in May where we covered so many different subjects. It wasn't just about the dress that I was wearing for the day. And so a lot of the questions that you may have, you may find answers to within there. But I really hope that this video inspired you in some way. Again, please email me a picture of your leading lady wardrobe so I can share it and inspire other people with those things that you can visually see, because this is something that I think would just really lift other ladies up, just to know that there are other ladies just like them that really do enjoy those dresses and making that part of their everyday, making the everyday beautiful in that way. So until next time, I hope that you all take care, and I will see you in my next video.